Hi students, I thought it would be easier this time, instead of writing each of you little notes, is to go through the whole outpatient assignment through screencast. So let's go ahead and get started here on our first one. We have a female patient, she's 17. She was admitted and discharged 9/14. As you can see, I have those dates in. I have 17. I also have APC Finder over here in my grouper. Product APC Finder. This is very important. So a couple other different things let's look at here. We are going to be coding the left lower quadrant abdominal pain, lactose intolerance, dysmenorrhea, and our emergency room visit is a 99283, and 13X is where the hospital outpatient is my bill type, which is right here. I'm going to hit number 1. Okay, my primary diagnosis then, I need to code all 3 because remember this is an outpatient setting. We need to code all 3. So I'm going to put in R10.32 first, hit continue, and with this one here, this is our left lower quadrant pain. I also need to code the lactose intolerance. It's my next code, which is E73.9. Okay, and our last diagnosis code here is going to be the dysmenorrhea, which is N94.6. System's a little slow here. So once I get that done, then I'm going to add procedure. Okay, so that went through. So let's go ahead, add my procedure code, which is going to be my 99283, which it gives you. Hit continue. So here we have a couple of different things. We have everything written out, our 3 diagnosis codes, our 99283. So what's my APC? It's right here, 05023. Okay, so, and then how much is the cost? It's $247.29. If you have any questions on that, just send me an inbox. Let's go ahead and go to my next patient. We have a male who's 12 years old. So I'm going to switch this over to male. We're going to put in 12. Product and grouper stays the same. The dates on this one is going to be 9/7. So we're just going to switch this to 07. It's just really important to make sure you have the year that I'm utilizing. So here we have the discharge, we have sickle cell disease, we have chest pain, and the emergency department physician documents a 99284, and our bill type is 13X once again. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. My primary diagnosis here is D57.01. So we're going to hit continue. And that is going to be the sickle cell disease with acute chest syndrome. So we're able to bundle everything together in that one diagnosis code. All right, so with this, let's go ahead and look, and we know that they gave us a 99284 for the emergency. So let's go with that, 99284, hit continue. All right, so my APC is 05024. Type 4. So let's look at this next question. So per the encoder, the estimate total reimbursement under Medicare is over $5,000. So if I look at here, estimated Medicare, $399. So that is false. It's going to be under $500. Okay, case 4. With this one here, couple of different things. I would say the biggest thing that students got wrong on this one was the procedure code. The Q code was great. Let's just look at here. Keep in mind we have a male 1 year of age, admit 9/4. So I'm going to go next patient, and we're going to hit 9/4. 9/4, continue. Hospital outpatient again. Okay, so primary diagnosis again, Q code. Okay, one thing to remember, my Q code is congenital. Okay, so we have a primary atrioventricular septal defect. All right, this is the one here where students got incorrect. Okay, we are looking at 93315 versus 93318. And if you look at these two different TEE codes, you will understand one is for congenital and the other one is for just a regular TEE. Okay, so with that, just double check those codes and let me know if you have any questions. I know I did have a few students with questions on that one, so just let me know if you don't understand. I can read those off real quickly, the description. So the 315 is what we wanted. It was for a congenital cardiac. So, and this patient here was born with this congenital defect. So that's why we want to go with 93315 versus 93318. It's just a regular TEE. So hopefully if anybody has any further questions on that, let me know. Okay, let's go to the next one then. I have like 3 books here in front of me. So, okay, case 4, I don't think there was too much of an issue for this one. We have, let's go to the next patient real quickly. We have a 59-year-old female. And since the date's still 2009, I'm just going to leave that the same. Our product and grouper's the same. Hospital outpatient, my primary diagnosis here is going to be, we have stools. Let's kind of read through this whole thing. It looks like what they did, they possibly a duodenal ulcer. And the main thing I want to keep in, this is outpatient. Okay, so it's possible. So with possible, we have to remember we don't always code possible, especially possible, probable, any of those we cannot code. So possibly duodenal ulcer, the patient was discharged. So we can only code possible if it's an inpatient setting. So keep that in mind. All right, so CPT on this one. I had a few questions on this one. So let's go ahead and look at 43235. This is what our CPT code needs to be. So let's go ahead and direct code that. 43235. Okay, that's just my basic EKG. Others had with ultrasound. It does not say anything with ultrasound. There's ultrasound guided. We don't have anything in the description stating ultrasound. So my APC is 05301. All right, so the very last one here then, which is kind of confusing. We have a 73-year-old, and this gets a little bit tricky, especially when we're dealing with flaps. Okay, a lot of students get a little bit confused on those flap codes, and what we need here is 14021. And I'll just kind of explain this to you, just wrap it up, okay? So when we're talking about flaps, we have the two centimeters. So if you even look at your book, so you're going to go 2 by 2, so that's going to be 4. All right, so then we have the area excised as 4.3. So you times that. So again, we are going to be over the 10 centimeters up to 30. We're going to be utilizing the 14.021. A couple of things when you're dealing with flaps, okay? The excision of the lesion is always included in the flap. With this, I had another student ask, you know, is there a second code for a skin graft? The doctor has to state that there was a skin graft. Otherwise, no, you cannot code the skin graft. So with the adjacent tissue transfer, okay, so here we have a rotational advancement flap closure. So if you look in your CPT book for this, and you look at adjacent tissue transfer rearrangement, it includes repair by adjacent tissue transfer, Z-plasty, all those, rotation flap, which we had, and advancement flap. That's why we need to go with these codes. I've had other students that went with just excision and malignant neoplasm. So with this, we need to go with the 4,000 codes with the transfer. So the only code that we're going to have on this one is going to be the 14021. If anybody has any other questions on that, just let me know. Overall, students, if they were off, it's being off by a little bit. So make sure you take this video, and if you have any questions, just send me a note. I'll be happy to help. Hope your semester's going well, and I will talk to you soon.